So Sarah's wondering, was it difficult making the transition from playing Twitch in Derriere and a G-string to now playing Trixie the Pixie in Pirate Pixie and the Mermaid? Right, well, let's compare the two roles. Twitch. Half of the time was wearing nothing whatsoever, was often found vaping, stuff you shouldn't be, snorting, stuff you shouldn't be, or being a gimp with a whip in the midst of a fivesome. You've then got Trixie Pixie, who is a magical fairy with a magic wand, who has dreams and ambitions of being a pirate. Yeah, it was kind of hard transitioning from one into the next, especially considering in the last week of doing Derriere and a G-string, we had our rehearsals for Pirate Pixie and the Mermaid. So I was getting up on a morning, going and being a fairy in the morning, or trying to get into that world, and then on an evening, you know, throwing rubber ducks around in my jockstrap. I mean, you've heard in football, they say it's a game of two halves. Well, mine was certainly a day of two halves. And we even had a time in rehearsals in Pirate Pixie and the Mermaid where we were bouncing ideas off of each other and, oh, we could try this. And then we got to the fight scene at the end, and Caroline, the director, went, "Come on, Courtney, have you got any ideas for this?" I said, "Yeah, I've got a few ideas, Auntie Caroline." She went, "Any ideas that are appropriate for children?" I was like, "I've run out of ideas, Auntie Caroline." She went, "Yes, you're not in Derriere on a string anymore, are you?" I was like, "Ooh." But yeah, it did take me a few days transitioning from one into the other, but we got there eventually.